It is the opening game, but right now it feels like the only game, and some might say it is the biggest game in Scotland's history. Do you want to stop saying game? No, because the Euros are here. Scotland are taking on Germany. Let's go. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Football, here to preview the opening match of Euro 2024. And I've just got to say it right here, right now. It does feel like maybe the biggest Scotland game I've witnessed in my lifetime. The only other one that comes close, I would say, is probably the England game in the last Euros, but obviously due to the whole COVID shit, and that Euros just seemed... It seemed less like a European tournament because it was like at home, so to speak. We had like 2 home games. I don't know, this one just feels more authentic. It feels more real. It just feels more legit, in my opinion.
Authentic. What about Brazil in '98? You were alive for that?
I was only 8, so I can't really comment too much on that. But this one is getting...
Technically, you were only 7.
This one's getting the plums pumping, as Vince McMahon would say.
The grapefruits are pumping. Are they, though? Because I feel like the atmosphere's a bit depressing. The atmosphere in Germany doesn't look depressing, but I don't know. I look at this team, man. I can't help but feel we're fucked.
Well, it doesn't help the fact that our form has been really, really poor since that defeat to Spain. But we have to, look at the fact that friendlies, we haven't been good, okay? But in terms of competitive games, our results are solid, so we just need to pray that in these competitive games, we go back to our old form, we go back to our old ways, and we get back to some good results. I know it's hard to feel optimistic based on the last 7-8 games that we've had, but yeah, the statistics don't lie. When it comes to competitive games, under Steve Clarke, we've did extremely well. Outside of the ones that really matter, that being the Euro games and the Ukraine match. But other than that, our results have been really good. Friendlies have not been so good. I don't think friendlies matter, though. Come 8 o'clock, come kick-off. The only thing that matters is us beating the Germans. We've done it twice before, albeit they were in World Wars. Can we do it when it really matters? Can we do it in the European Championships?
Yes, this is where it really matters. Forget about the World Wars. Live it in Munich. In Munich. Is that where it's going to get done? What I would say is, see when that opening ceremony is happening, it's going to feel big time. It's going to feel like,
Well, what's your biggest game? What's your biggest Scotland game?
I would say it will be this. As good as the Euros against England was, I think just the lack of crowds and everything take away from it, man. It didn't feel like a proper tournament, that.
I don't think it did. I don't think it felt like a proper tournament, especially having 2 games at home, but not really having the home crowd there. It felt weird. Normally, if you're playing at home during a tournament, that means that you're hosting the tournament. But for us to have 2 home games, but legitimately qualify but not host it. Plus, I feel like it almost seems like we've earned our way into this tournament more. Not that the last one we kind of did sneak through the back door. It was 2 really, just 50-50 ties that we ended up winning against, I want to say, Serbia and Israel. But this one, I feel like we more than earned our place in this. People say the last one, we sneaked through the playoffs or whatever, the 24-team expanded Euros. But this one, we legitimately earned our way there by pulling off some great victories. That 2-1 win in Norway was fantastic. The win against Spain. I mean, I don't know which one I prefer more. Obviously, beating Spain was fantastic, and it was a great result, great performance. But the Norway one, the way we snatched defeat and turned it into a victory within the space of 5 minutes, that was phenomenal. I think that Norway win might actually just top the Spain win.
I'll lean towards Norway. They were 1-0 up. Haaland, mutant Coupon, got took off. He thought job was
done. That wasn't a penalty, by the way.
It wasn't, but he thought the job was done. But the job wasn't done.
But will we get the job done when we take on Germany tonight?
Well, let's look at the team news, because Lyndon Dykes, Ferguson, Aaron Hickey and Patterson are all out. But apart from that, it's the team.
Well, we already knew that, so that's no big surprise, really. Sad, because I think all 4 of those guys could have played a big part in this tournament. I think Hickey would have definitely been starting. I definitely believe that Patterson, Ferguson and Dykes would have played quite a few minutes in this tournament. It might maybe not have been starting, but maybe Dykes would have, and I think we would have seen Ferguson and Patterson come on and get game time. So You can't say there are 4 fringe players. You can't say there are 4 people that would have just warmed the bench with the arse. Those are 4 legitimate players that would have played significant game time in this tournament.
You can't spin it. But as for Germany...
But no excuses here. We don't have them, so it is what
Pavlic is out. Apparently he plays for Bayern Munich, and I'm not dissing him, but you know what? I have no idea who this guy is. I'll be truthful. See the lack of playing FIFA in recent years? It's really dwindled my footballing knowledge. I'll hold my hands up. I have no idea who he is, and he's dropped out the team, and he's been replaced by Emre Can, who of course I know.
Of course you know. So
can you dig that?
Well, I don't know. Can you dig it?
I mean, I can dig it. At the end of the day, I mean, Germany are going to have a better team than us, right? It's all about what happens on the day. It could get to them the occasion. Their arse could collapse. Germany have not really had good tournaments.
What I will say is there has been better German teams than this, so I'm a little bit optimistic. Everyone's talking about this game as if we cannot win. We beat Spain. I'd say Spain are a lot better than Germany. On paper, I think they are a lot better.
Right, let's just call a spade, right? If we play like we have in the past year, we'll get scudded. Hands down. You see, if we play like
but those were friendly games. I'm not convinced we will play like that. I think we'll deliver. I think we'll show up. Honestly, this German team, for me, I think they're 4 favourites to win the tournament, but I think you got to factor in the home advantage.
I think that logic's pish, man. Or they were friendly games, so we just...
No, but the results don't lie. Friendly games were shite, but competitive games, we've got a great record. So, I would like us to have a great record in all sorts of games that we play, but here, if you can offer me a good record in competitive games, but it means that we have a really bad record in friendlies, I'll take that 100%.
Yeah, I get that.
If we win when it matters, I'll take that.
See, in international football, friendlies count towards your caps, goals count in them, right? See, in club football, they don't. There's a difference between a friendly and international football.
It counts towards your ranking as well. No, it's 100% it's important.
No, friendlies do matter.
Here, when did I say they didn't matter? The only thing I'm saying...
Didn't say you didn't say they didn't.
Well, you're talking shite, I think so. Let's just... Do you want to get into the team right now, or are we going to talk more about the tournament in a whole, or do we think...
The tournament's for another video. Let's just get into our team, alright? So goalkeeping position, Craig Gordon, no longer here. Not that he's dead, but his chances of getting to another tournament are... Right.
I'm not going to try and claim that Angus Gunn doesn't start, but am I the only one that thinks this guy is seriously untested in a Scotland shirt and has done nothing to justify being the outright number 1?
What I would say is I think the other 2 have made mistakes. This guy really hasn't.
See if Steve Clark lined up. See if he says, "Nah, Sander, you're getting the nod against Germany." I wouldn't be thinking, "Oh, that's us fucked."
No, neither would I, but some people would.
Not for me, but I get it. Angus Gunn's going to be in there, but I don't really think the guy is... I don't think
we're going to pick Angus Gunn just for the simple fact is that's what's going to happen. Right, now see against the Germans, it's going to be 5 at the back. Personally, it's going to be 5 at the back against all of them. But I think against Hungary and Switzerland, I think we need to actually play Tierney at the right back. You know why? Because I think going with Anthony Ralston or McCrory against these teams, that's going to be the weakness and they're going to expose it. I don't want to be negative, but whoever plays is going to get scudded. Leroy Sané, Gnabry up against Ralston? You having a giraffe? That's humped. Come on, you try to tell me whoever the Nagelsmann, are you trying to tell me he's not got the interactive whiteboard and he's like, see him? Tony there? He's fucking shite. There's not a hope in hell he doesn't have that out.
Are you telling me that Gareth Southgate wasn't doing that with Stephen O'Donnell in the last tournaments?
Stephen O'Donnell's better than those 2.
Fuck, that's the first time I've heard you say anything positive about Stephen O'Donnell.
No, what? O'Donnell's done something.
And speaking about Stephen O'Donnell, why was he not considered for this?
He's shite, that's why.
Oh, there you go.
Well, you know what? At this current stage...
Is it passed him by?
Yes.
Alright, fair.
Right, left back, we're going to pick the captain. We're going to pick the guy that deletes his fucking Twitter account when he receives bad words. So that...
Well, I tell you what, see if Scotland get pumped tomorrow, he can delete his Twitter and never restore it, as far as I'm concerned.
Alright, fair enough. Right, left centre back, Kieran Tierney will go in here. Will he go in here?
I think he has to. I mean, it works well.
It does work well, doesn't it, to be fair?
Yeah, so right now we're going to go with Gunn in nets, Robertson left wing back, Tierney left centre back. Now we have to pick the middle centre back.
He has a fetish with Grant Hanley, but I don't have the same fetish, so I would actually go with Jack Hendry in there.
That would actually be my option. I would go with Jack Hendry, centre back, and I would go with Porteous, right centre back. You agree?
Yes, I think Grant Hanley falls in the same category as not Christie,
McLean and stuff like that. Armstrong just need to move on.
They're the previous generation.
Right wing back, we've got two options really: Ross McCrory, Anthony Ralston. Is Greg Taylor a possibility? Is Greg Taylor? Because I think everyone would probably agree that Greg Taylor is better than both Ralston and McCrory.
He is, right.
Now, can you get a better game with Greg Taylor at right wing back than one of those two?
Yeah, what about James Forrest?
James Forrest is another option, but like you said, if defensively, is he really the guy you want to be coming up against?
Is it bizarre that I want to put Ralston in over McCrory?
No, I think Ralston's more suited to that position.
Alright, so it has to be Ralston.
I think it is Ralston. I'm not happy about it.
No, I'm not happy
and
with it.
I don't...
No, people can talk about it. We'd be better off if Robertson get injured over Patterson or Hickey, because I actually think having to play Ralston and McCrory is bogging. At least at left back, we could have put Tierney in there and just put another centre back in. We don't have that luxury here.
Yeah, I still think that, I don't know, man. I still think there's a possibility of putting Tierney at right wing. I know he won't do it, but why not?
Yeah, why not? He won't do it, though, against the Germans. I don't think he will. Right, into the midfield, in the middle of that pivot.
Because what do you think? I think we're weaker with Ralston at right back than we are taking Kieran Tierney at the left centre-back role. I think if you put Kieran Tierney at right wing-back and you replace him with a McKenna or a Hanley, I think that actually improves us as a back five.
I agree. Tell you what, though, man, we are a few injuries away at the back from a disaster, as Hugh Keevans would say.
Yeah, but anyway, let's get into the midfield then.
Right, we're against Germany.
It's going to be like a 3-1-1, isn't it, really?
Well, what I'm going to say is, let's put Cal McGregor's money where his mouth is, alright? Let's put him in there. Because if he's that fucking good, then he can control the midfield against Tony Kroos. Alright?
I'm not sure Cal McGregor should start.
No, he should against Germany. He's the most defensive midfielder we've got, and I think that gets him a start.
Fair enough then.
Let's see him step up the task.
So we're going to go with Callum McGregor in there. I think you've got to have... you've got to have John McGinn in there as well, don't you?
John McGinn. But then, do you do McTominay?
Now, Ryan Christie has been playing this season in a defensive position. But can you trust him against the Germans in a defensive position?
Fucking reel it in. It's either Gilmore or McTominay.
Well, Ryan Christie's been playing
I don't give a shit
CDM for Bournemouth.
He's nowhere near as good as these two.
So you think it's Billy Gilmore or Scott McTominay?
Yeah, and I would actually start Billy Gilmore.
Because McTominay's been injured. We don't know what his fitness is like.
I wouldn't mind starting McTominay off our striker. But that's our strongest midfield against Germany.
So Gilmore, McGregor, McGinn.
Yeah.
Could work.
So. I think so. Up front, where we've got a lot of options. Personally,
not many are good though.
Yeah, I would do Christie and Shankland up front.
That's my two. Christie, Shankland.
And then that means you can bring on the physicality of like McTominay.
Because Christie he can cover a lot of ground, so I think Christie linking up between Shankland and the midfield, that could work for us. So our starting 11 is going to be a 5-3-2 or a 5-4-1, depending on how you look at it.
See, when you hear the pundits on TNT like Ferdinand and they're a bit toothless up front. Anyone with a fucking footballing brain knows that the weakness to our side right now is the right back position and wide players. See, up front, I've no real issue. I think playing Adams or Shankland, right, or Christie off one of them, or putting McTominay in there, I actually think up front we're alright.
Yeah, we could be better, but...
I think it's the service and it's the right side at the back that I think is going to fuck us in this tournament.
So our team is Gunn, Robertson, Tierney, Hendry, Porteous, Ralston, Gilmore, McGinn, McGregor in the middle as the most defensive-minded player, with Christie in front of them, and then Lawrence Shankland up front leading the line. Is that the team that Steve Clarke's going to pick, or do you think there will be a couple of changes in there? I personally think that Clarke will put Hanley in.
Yeah.
I think we'll probably see Hanley instead of
Yeah.
Hendry, perhaps. And in midfield, I think if McTominay's fit, I think you probably will go with McTominay over Gilmore.
I think that's bogging though. I don't know. I think Billy Gilmore has to start.
But McTominay doesn't. You could argue McTominay's the guy that got us here.
Yeah, but then I would probably rather start McTominay off Shankland.
Rather than Christie.
Yeah. I overload the midfield. But, yeah, I don't really see a team he could pick, and I'd be like, what have you done? Unless he picks Kenny McLean, Stuart Armstrong, and Lewis Morgan as the centre.
Well, that's not going to happen.
No, that's not going to happen.
Right, prediction time. Hugh Evans says there's no chance Scotland will do anything tonight. Do you agree with him? Are you going to disagree with him?
There's always a chance, right? But it's not tonight. Dexter might say tonight's the night. Well, there's going to be no surprise, motherfucker. There's going to be a 3-1 win to the Germans.
I'm going to go 2-1 Germany. I hope I'm wrong. I could see us... I could see us snatching a draw, but I think Germany will win by the odd goal.
No, but the reality is, right, this tournament is not lost here. Well, it's not going to be won either, but it's like, if we lose here...
Yeah, but it's also crucial that, not to be negative, but losing by 1 goal against the Germans might actually be a good result.
Yeah.
If we only lose by a goal, and then, say we lose 2 games by 1 goal, but we win the other game by like 2-0, 3-0, you can still go through with 3 points if you don't have a horrible goal difference. But straight away, see if you got off to an absolute tanking. If you lose the first game by like 3 or 4 goals, then you're really needing a minimum of 4 points. Yeah. And I'm not saying we should be aiming just for 3, but I do think there's a scenario where 3 can get you through, as long as the Northern Ireland in 2016 got through.
Yep.
With 3 points. It's happened. 3 points will get you through. I reckon there will be teams that go through and sit in 3rd place with only 3 points, but you're not going to do it if your goal difference is like -4, -5.
No, you're right.
So I think we need to go off to a good start. And as negative as it sounds, a narrow defeat isn't the worst start, but I hope we can get a draw. I do think Germany will win, but...
What's the best result then, the Switzerland-Hungary game? A draw? And then it keeps both options open? Or what?
I would say so. I would take a draw on that one.
It's hard to tell right now, but...
what you really want is, you probably want Germany to beat everybody. Well, not us, obviously, but you want Germany to beat the other 2. The last thing you want is, like, a Hungary or a Switzerland taking 3 points off Germany. But the bad thing is, I wouldn't be surprised if that happens. Especially Hungary. I think Hungary could top this group. Everyone seems to be thinking that we're going to pick our points up against Hungary. I'm not convinced.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the Switzerland game, and that's the game I'm thinking that we kind of have to win in order to go through.
I look at this game, though, and I think, could the reporters the next day be talking about a German collapse and how the plucky Scots somehow got it done with a McTominay brace or something?
If Scotland win, would this be our best win ever?
I'd say so.
In terms of paper and the fact that we beat the hosts in the opening game, it probably would be. But I don't think, in terms of levels, I don't think this is. I don't think this would be the biggest upset that we've had.
Yeah, it's not a giant killing by any means.
Aye, so we'll see tomorrow, guys. Let us know your thoughts down below. We went with German wins, but I do think it will be close. I don't think we're going to get smashed. And if we get things right, if we defend properly, if we provide Shankland, if he starts up front.
But that's it, right? See if the service is good, we will score goals. See against Gibraltar, and what was that other team? Finland? It was fucking shite.
Yeah, no, the way we played against Spain, both games, we play like that, we'll give Germany a game, 100%. The way we played against England last Euros, if we play like that, we will give Germany a game.
Look at France, look at England, look at Holland, though the last couple of games friendlies, but here,
if we
left, right, and centre.
If we play the way we did against Holland for like the first 65 minutes, we will give Germany a game.
Yeah. No, that's what I just hope, though, right? I hope we don't get scored at 6-0. It would be fucking soul destroying.
I don't think that's happening.
Really?
I don't think the Germans will beat us by more than 2.
Fair enough, right? 3-1, 2-1, and I think that's when we're going to end it, guys.
Right.
Let's have some fun.
Yo!